Levack and Goz here with you on 104.5 The Team and 104.5theteam.com. And joining us now, she's one-third of the national show, Speed Freaks, and one-half of the daily show, Kenny and Crash. Crash Gladys joins us. And Crash, I'm going to start with a question that you posed on your own Twitter account. The Daytona 500 was blank, and you fill in the blank for us.
Very interesting. There's a lot of things that I like about it, and there's a lot of things that I didn't like about it as they try this new format of stage racing in NASCAR. But overall, I thought it kept people entertained. Guys used to sandbag in the middle of the race, and you would just kind of sit there and maybe take a nap around mile 200. So at least it created urgency in the middle sections of the race. That part I really liked. The Crash Fest was a bit amateur hour. I did not like that part whatsoever. I also did not like the yellow flags that separated the stages. That's unnecessary. I think it went on about 5 hours yesterday, which was pretty ridiculous. That's a long afternoon that people cannot spend every Sunday watching a NASCAR race for 5 hours. It's just ridiculous. So if you can keep the segments in there because they create urgency, but just end them with a green flag. Just keep the momentum of the race going. You can still award points at the end of the segment, but there's no need for a yellow flag. Overall, very interesting and happy for Kurt Busch, though.
Yeah, that yellow flag racing idea, and you brought up the time frame going forward. You're going to have the fans that, you might watch the Indy 500, Daytona 500, but if you have this in every single race, you're just going to move away those diehard fans of racing because of how slow the action gets.
Without question. Yeah, it's unnecessary. It's already drivers. Dale Earnhardt Jr. was one of the first ones maybe 5 or 6 years ago to call out NASCAR and say, listen, we've got to shorten our races. So yesterday, seeing that they actually lengthened the time frame of the race was just asinine. So, yeah, something has to be done about that. I really hope they address that moving forward.
Crash Gladys joining us here, one-third of the Speed Freaks, one-half of the Daily Show, Kenny and Crash here on 104.5 The Team.
Crash, so yesterday, Kurt Busch leads one lap, but it was the most important lap to win the race. What does this win do for Kurt Busch's career?
I saw a lot of people talking yesterday on social media about how this is finally his redemption. He's had a pretty checkered past, to put it lightly, whether it was him dating an alleged assassin or just getting in fights with the media, getting kicked off of Team Penske back in the day. His attitude has gotten him in trouble, or getting speeding tickets out in Phoenix and allegedly with alcohol on his breath. I mean, it's been a tough career for Kurt Busch. Granted, he is a former champion, but finally getting a big win at the Daytona 500 just about a month after he got married, he seems to be a changed guy. People have been talking over the last 12 months about how he's finally grown up, he's come into his own, and that kind of showed itself yesterday. So, yeah, not needing to worry about anything except for that very last lap that you get the checkered flag was awesome for him. Just putting his name down in the record books is kind of his way of, here I am again, this is redemption, get to know the new Kurt Busch.
Of course, NASCAR's biggest individual race is the first race of the season, that is the Daytona 500. What are the storylines you're going to be watching throughout the season?
Young guns. I was so stoked yesterday for Ryan Blaney, Kyle Larson, Chase Elliott. All those guys had extremely strong cars, and those guys have mad talent. So watching them really develop, especially now that we've had guys like Tony Stewart and Jeff Gordon retire, we need to fill the vacancies with some new hot shoes, and these are the guys. Kyle Larson, I followed him through his dirt track career for a long time. Dude is just amazing. So, yeah, watching the young guns, that's definitely what I'm going to watch throughout the rest of the season.
Crash, you talked about Jeff Gordon and a lot of these guys that have moved away from racing. Dale Earnhardt Jr. said something this past couple weeks saying that if he were to win the championship this year, he would actually think about walking away as well. What are your thoughts about those comments?
Isn't that interesting? Yeah, I was taken aback by that because of all the talk that I had heard leading up to him saying that about how he's so excited to be back. His doctor was very confident, giving him the all clear to get back in the cockpit, yada, yada, yada. So, yeah, for him to then say that, I thought, wait a minute. Again, what is this? These NASCAR drivers get married and they're totally changed. There's another guy who got married in the off-season. What are these women doing to them, right? Taking away their little fear factor gene? I was shocked. I guess I can't be too shocked because last year was a wake-up call for him, but we'll see if it really happens if he wins the title.
She is one-third of the national show, Speed Freaks, one-half of the Daily Show, Kenny and Crash. Crash Gladys. Crash, thank you so much for the time. We're going to talk again soon. Take care.
Absolutely. Thank you, guys. Have a great one.